Hey guys, welcome to the In the Game Room podcast. Alan here, still in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at Historicon. Last night I opened this box. This is the new Rubicon Panzer IV D/E. They came out with 3 different Panzer IV kits for probably about a dozen different variants altogether. But anyways, I opened this up last night and I just did sort of a quick video doing, pulling it all out, first impressions, box opening video, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, I decided, what the hell, I'm going to put it together. I have, had a few tools here, had my glue, so I went ahead and built the thing. So I'm going to show you now the unboxing video, and then I'm going to record after that sort of a review of the kit, how it went together, and show you guys what it looks like and things like that. So I hope you enjoy this. This is the Rubicon Models Panzer IV D/E kit. It's just out a couple of weeks now, and spoiler alert, it's pretty awesome. Hi guys. Today we're going to take a look at the new Rubicon model Panzer IV kit. Rubicon have released 3 Panzer IV kits, 4 if you include the Whirlwind. They released the DE version. They released another kit which is the F2, G, and H version, and then they released a J version. So they have 3 different kits. This one here is the D and E version. This is the one I'm going to build because I'm doing a DAC force, so this is perfect for them. Just want to note that the box is munched here, and that is my fault. I put this in my luggage to get it here, so it didn't come this way. It came in good condition. So I'm going to go ahead and have a look at this thing. I've not even opened it yet. Some of the features are it can be built as a D or E variant. All hatches can be built open or closed. Includes DAC rear air intake hull. Extra storage options are included, and 2 tank crew figures. There's a lot of stuff in here. I guess that's what there has to be if you're going to build, if you can build different versions. So there is top hull for one of the versions. I'm not sure which one. This sprue here is tracks, road wheels, looks like some turret parts, the main hull here. More hull and turret pieces, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so there's another upper hull. So I'm not sure which one is which, but for different versions. And as advertised on the front, the hatches are open, so that's kind of cool. Let's see. And here, drive wheels, idler wheels, crew members, looks like some more turret bits. We've got, as always, a nice decal sheet from Rubicon, and then an instruction sheet with a nice color picture on it. These guys do really nice instructions, very easy to follow. There's a couple of versions, so there's going to be some differences here. It's probably going to, see, this is for the D. It says for the E, step ahead to step 4A. So these will be for the D version. These will be for the E version over here. This one are common for the D and E, also for the D and E. So it's not a whole lot of differences. It looks like you go through step 1, you go through step 2, and when you get to 3, you do 3 for the D version or 4 for the E version. Looks very straightforward. It's got the sort of legend here showing where all the parts are. So Rubicon kits are really high quality. I don't need to sit here and examine every single part and say, what they did right and what they did wrong, because probably they did everything right. But I'll know when I build it, and I'm going to build it soon. This is just sort of the first opening and first impression. Everything looks really nice. A couple of different barrel options there. Looks like the version I'm going to do is going to have a very short barrel. I wonder where that is. I didn't see it. because it's a funny looking little thing. It's in here somewhere. Must be. Anyways, looks like a very good kit. I like the way they package every single sprue in its own plastic bag. Keeps them from sort of rubbing on each other and damaging parts. They really put a lot of thought into their kits, and they do a real good job. And you know, they get a lot of different variants in each kit. This one here is two variants, the D and the E, but they have another one that's the F, the F2, the G, and the H. So there's probably a lot of parts in that one. And then on the J version, they do some photo etch brass parts, which I think is kind of new for them. So that'll be kind of interesting to look at. But I'm going to build this. I might even start it here. I'm at Historicon now in my hotel room, but I brought some glue. I brought an X-Acto knife. I brought a sprue cutter. And I might just start putting this together if I get bored. And if I do, I'll update you guys and let you know how it's going. But from what I've seen here, good instructions, good decals, good parts. It's Rubicon. It's going to be a good kit. And that's the guy I'm building there. I'm going to build the E version. It's going to look just like that with that German dark yellow. And I'm going to make it all really dusty and beat up looking because that's the way I like to make my tanks. So there you go. First impressions. Looks as any Rubicon kit, it looks nice, and I'm sure it's going to be a breeze to put together. So I'm going to get started. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll keep you updated with the progress on this. Keep on gaming.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. Well, the Panzer IV E is finished, and here's what it looks like. I say finished. There's a lot of extra road wheels and baggage and stowage and things like that that are going to be put on later, probably after it's painted. But the basic model is done. It's an amazing model. It went together pretty quick. I want to say about a half hour maybe, and I really took my time. All the detail everywhere is just really sharp and really nice, clean details. What can I tell you about it? There's one place, maybe I've already lost it. Yeah, there's one little place right here where I'm going to put a tiny, tiny little bit of putty. Everything else perfect, and I'm sure whatever happened there was probably my fault, not the kit. All of the hatches can be built open or closed. I've got one open there. I've got the top hatches open. I'm going to put a dude in there, and there's a flat floor there, not floor, but there's a flat bit there that the guy cut off at the waist sits in there. What I'm going to do is open that up and see if I can put a guy's legs dangling in there. So when you look in from the side, you'll actually see something. So that'll be kind of cool. The only thing if I was at home, I would have done before I put this piece on top, I would have put some weights inside, because I like my plastic models to have a little weight so they feel like resin models or metal models. But that's okay. I'll just cut a hole here and I'll go ahead and add them, when I get home. So that'll be fine. I've never been a real big fan of the short-barreled Panzer IVs until I built this. Now it's growing on me. I kind of like it. What else? What can I tell you about it? I mean, you're seeing it. It's a beautiful model. They've done a great job with the tracks. There's the slightest bit of sag in between these idler wheels. I think they're called idler wheels or return rollers. I'm not sure what they're called. But there's a little bit of sag in between them. They're real nice. They didn't cut any corners on this kit. I mean, even the bottom is fully detailed. All of the suspension and everything is done really nicely. I didn't find any problems with this kit except one tiny one, and it might even be one of my mistakes. I don't know. If you guys can see this, I'm not sure. On step 4A, there's a part B13 and B38 that go on the side here. I've got this is the way the model is shown on the instructions. But it's this long piece here, and then there's another piece that, if I'm reading this correctly, kind of goes on before this and under it. But once what is it, B38. Once B38 is on there, you can't put B13 on. So it might be an either or thing, or maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. But once this is on, you can't even see where the other one was supposed to go, so it doesn't look like anything's missing. So it's definitely not a big deal. What was the other thing on here? Oh, on the instructions, it specifically tells you to assemble these 3 parts before anything else in this step. I didn't notice that, and I just assembled it in random order, and it made no difference at all. So I don't know what the reasoning is for this, but if you're building this model or any of the Panzer IVs, they're probably all very similar. Follow that instruction, because there's probably a decent reason for it. But like I said, I missed that and still had no trouble at all getting that turret together. So yeah, my last 2 steps here, 5 and 6, are going to be adding road wheels and stowage and things like that. I'll do that later. This is an interesting piece here, actually, that goes on in step 6. It doesn't say what it is. It doesn't identify it. It's just C9. Pretty sure it's supposed to be a flag, aerial recognition flag. And it's pretty cool because it's already got a raised section there, you know, simulating that it's going over that. So I'll probably put this on. I'll probably paint it separately, paint it red, put the white spot in the middle with the nasty sign, and then stick that right up on there with the rest of the stowage. I want to put a lot of stowage on this and get it really dirty and nasty looking. I'm going to put, as you can see here, maybe in this picture, the road wheels and track section on the front. I don't believe they actually include those, because I think the track section they include is straight, but I'm going to find a way to do that. I like that look there. So there it is. There is the Rubicon Panzer IV. Can be built as a D or an E. I did the E version. Like I said, there's 2 other kits. There's a J model, and then there's a F2 H. I'm not sure. There's another one that does about 4 different versions. I'm sure a lot of the parts are very common. As a matter of fact, on the sprues here, there were a couple of the long barrels, which are not an option in this kit. So this is probably a common sprue to all of the kits. And there's a few extra parts here. There's actually a whole upper deck here. There's some more road wheels, drive wheels, and things like that. I'm going to use this and some other parts to put in my 28mm tank factory that I've been working on forever. But this will just be in there, maybe with a sort of a tarp over it or something. It'll just be part of a tank that hasn't been assembled yet. Anyways, there it is. I think it's a great kit. It goes together nicely. Like I said, there's one tiny little point where I'm going to put some putty, and even if I didn't, and I didn't tell you about it, you'd probably never notice. But I know it's there, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Can't recommend it enough. I give this a 10 out of 10. This is probably one of the nicest game pieces ever that I've seen. And it's probably one of the best Rubicon kits, because they keep getting better and better as time goes by, and this is one of their latest ones. So I'm pretty sure it's probably one of their best kits, if not their definitely best. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something about the kit. And if you want to get them, we always have them in stock at gcmini.com, or get it wherever you can. If you have a local hobby shop or local game store, please give them your business. We need those stores to stay open for our hobby. Thank you very much for watching, listening, and keep on gaming.